Hello? Oh, there it is. Hello. Welcome back to Ratropolis. I don't know, my recording didn't start there. I think it's Merchant, right? Yeah, last episode was definitely Navigator of this. Let's get it. Hell yeah. It was weird. I pressed the button and then it just kind of looked at me for a second. Or there's like a second of dead air at the start of this video. Either way. How you doing? How's it going? Good afternoon. It's Saturday? Saturday, right? Definitely Saturday. Locking it in, final answer. However, for me, it is Friday. I have pranked you, it's not actually Saturday. Because if it were Saturday, then for Sunday, you would... Moving on. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're good, hope you're well. Either way. I'm good, hanging in there. Had to take took a little break between last episode and this one. And by a little break, I mean like a few hours. I think the last episode I recorded at like 1:45. It is now 7:30. Yeah, I took a pretty big break, honestly. I had to go to the store. I went to the grocery store. Let me tell you, it was awful. It's incredible to me how many people in the middle of this pandemic are just walking their asses to that store. No mask. No regards for any of the guidelines. Just doing it. Well, because like, so in my stores, I don't know if this is how it is everywhere, but here currently, you have to... They're not like ejecting people who aren't wearing masks. However, you have, like, there's, like, no, they're not doing anything really to limit. There's arrows on the floor to show you where you're supposed to walk, but no one really gives a shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. After walking through that store for a little while, no one cared. Like half the people at least were going the wrong direction. It wasn't anything too crazy, right? It was just like maintain a simple, like reasonable flow, walk like everyone in one direction so people don't have to pass by each other, so that it's easier to maintain social distancing guidelines, stay 6 feet apart, right? Pretty easy. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is something that in my own mind I've already been doing, right? Because mainly the way that it is it's just like the big main aisle, and then there's the side aisles to the right, or no, to the left actually. But you go down the big main aisle and you just keep right because it's split by the middle product displays, right? And so you go down the big main aisle. Oh! It's a bad run. Oh, we are fucked. Wave 3 plague? Holy shit, that's terrible. I can't think they'll come back to threaten the city, I'll just lose. Alright, well we are really far behind. Thankfully, we're the merchant, so you start 2 cards ahead as the merchant because you start with gather. But still, that is terrible. But if I didn't take this, I would be killed. I think I'm just going to eat 6 population down here. And we're just gonna move on, pretend it didn't happen. 6 population down right now is just god-awful. 6 population down a little later wouldn't be so bad, but we're into territory where like I can't increase my army for a little while. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. Alright. I guess I could have held on to one of those for this card removal we knew what was about to happen. No house on that one too? Oh man. Terrible position. But yeah, in my mind, when I'm walking through a store, I treat it like I'm driving, and I just stay, like when I'm walking, I just keep to the right. It's not that hard. But no, these people, they don't give a fuck. Walk wherever the hell they wanna. And you know, I guess they can. Who's gonna stop them? Certainly not me. But those people were also not wearing masks, and it's like, yeah, you know, it's not... It's just like, man, don't you care? Like, don't people care? The answer clearly is no. People don't care. But like, come on. You're not wearing the mask for your own protection. You're wearing the mask to help safeguard the people around you. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that hard to wear a mask for like the 2 hours you're gonna be in public at most, so that people around you don't get sick and die if you have the virus. And it's like, oh, I don't have the virus, but how do you know? How do you know? It's just, it's crazy to me. It was pretty crowded too. I was kind of surprised at how many people there were. I guess it's not that surprising because it is the afternoon on a Friday, but still, it was a fun journey. Got to walk around and see all of these people doing. Everyone's just trying to survive, I guess, you know? And it's not so bad. This run, though, terrible, let me tell you. I'm talking to keep my mind off of how terrible things look right now. Oh man, I was gonna say, things will get a lot better if I can take territory expansion here. I didn't get the thought out, but I was thinking territory expansion here. Everything that could possibly go wrong in this run is going wrong. We're going to take Duckling Rider. We have double shoe market. Duckling Rider, save me. You're my only hope. Like, you are my last hope. Duckling Rider. Save me. Save me, Duck. And I think he will. I think Duckling Rider does save me here. I can play one unit here. Let me play one militia. And then in 15 seconds I can play Duckling Rider. Or when I lose 2 units here. Now we are, of course, right up against a wall here with we have buildings right up against the wall here, which is very scary, of course. But I've had to skip walls. Everything's going to shit. Alright, well, yeah, we're at 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need 2 card removals to make this steel work. I think so. I think it's a good way to pull out of this, but we are in a not so good position currently. I'm going to need this wall. This wall will give me 2 more houses as well, which will get me out of the shit here. Okay, 2 walls here. 2 walls is maybe too much, right? I gotta be very careful with my income from the current position. My money is tight. I said everything that could go wrong went wrong, but that's not necessarily true. The Duckling Rider landing for me right when I needed him is probably going to save the run. I think I can afford it. And it's gonna save me some heartache if we go against Weasel Barrels in the coming moments here. We're actually kind of stabilizing though. Wild, we're maybe gonna get out of this one alive. How nice is that? The answer is pretty nice, I would say. In here, guards. Okay, we chill. We got a wall for the right side. We got a Duckling Rider ready to go. We are up to 27 population. I mean, I don't want to say it's looking good, but like it's looking survivable here. And this will be the first time in I think if I survive this run and win it, this will be the first time I've ever survived off of taking the population down over the actual plague. Which, the actual plague, of course, is a lot worse for you. We're alive. We're alive. We're going to get to work on getting steel up and running, which I can do with gather as well. We can actually do it now, right? I think we can do it now. Double shoe market though was really like I bought the double shoe market and that kind of set me behind. I won't pretend that that wasn't a factor in setting me back here, but it enabled something like this, right? I could have talked a little more in depth about all of that instead of talking about the store, right? Because this was actually a pretty interesting run to look at in turning what should have been probably what should have been a loss into a win, a wave 3 plague event that we pulled out of here. Basically, I took double shoe market in the opening. I think that taking any shoe markets they give you early are good, because any early shoe markets can allow you this, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, everything's going to shit, but I can get the super speed Duckling Rider. And the other thing you have to be good about is you have to be good about analyzing your position when that plague event comes up, right? When that plague event hit me, I had to take stock of if I could survive a horde of plague rats, right? And what I'm doing now with the plague event is I'm thinking about the plague event in terms of the worst possible situation. So the worst possible situation with that plague is a plague hits alongside the final boss wave on wave 10 right now, right? And would I have survived that? At this point, yes, but at wave 3, no, not at all. No chance. I'm gonna take barracks. Right, I think barracks is good. It's barracks or I refresh, right? This is the question mark. I could just refresh. And that would be fine as well. I think I will take the barracks. And I think that a lot of winning in Ratropolis is just preparing yourself for the worst possible case. So like the worst possible case now, of course, that I have to mentally prep for is if we go against Weasel Barrels on the wave after this one. Well, is that bad though? It's not that bad because we have Duckling Rider, but you know, it's not good. Oh, whoops. It seems to happen this way a lot when I mess up. Hey, never mind. Occasionally things are okay. But yeah, my day today has been different than usual. You know, normally it's a pretty normal, nothing's going on day, but today I went to the grocery store. How exciting. It was an experience. You know. Mostly I saw this on Reddit, or yeah, I saw this on Reddit recently. There was I think this was one of those classics where it's an image on Reddit that is being cross-posted from 4chan, basically talking about how putting away the shopping cart is a perfect like morality test, essentially, because putting away the shopping cart, it has no downsides, right? When you're finished, you load your groceries away, and you have your empty shopping cart there. You can just leave that shopping cart in the middle of the parking lot, set it down in a parking space, and just leave, right? No one's gonna arrest you. You're not gonna get in any trouble. However, it costs, like, it's better, like, it's good to put the shopping cart away. See where this is going? So you can get an idea of someone's, I don't know, not worldviews, kinda how they approach the world based on you really broke my goddamn barracks, you piece of shit. You can get a feel for their morality and how they approach the world based on if they put their shopping carts away or not. Now, do I think that if you don't put your shopping carts away, you're a bad person? Yes. You're like, what the fuck, dude? It takes like 5 seconds of your time, and someone else is gonna have to do that shit now. Do I think you're beyond redemption? Also, yes. What's wrong with you? Just put the shopping carts away, you weirdo. It takes like 2 minutes. It takes at most like 30 seconds to walk a shopping cart over to the nearest shopping cart receptacle and deposit that bitch. I've never understood it. I guess it's literally just the feeling of like, yeah, I can. Like, no one's gonna stop me, and I'm purely benefiting from this situation, right? You're saving. It's a pure minor benefit for you to not return the shopping cart. You gain probably 10 to 15 seconds, but you're in essence taking that 10 to 15 seconds away from someone else, because they're gonna have to go put it away. I'll be honest with you, I'll take this one even one step further. I occasionally, if I see a shopping cart that, like, if I'm parked near a shopping cart that's not replaced and I'm taking mine back, I'll also just grab whatever other shopping cart is left behind, and I'll just take that one back too. Why did I buy this restaurant? I don't even have any labors. I don't know, it's just habit at this point. Also, we're transitioning just into full-on Duckling Rider here, it looks like. Until we get past this wave set anyway. You can keep removing stuff. I think I'll remove Potter since we have experiments. But yeah, do you return the shopping cart? What side of the coin do you fall on? Because I understand your reasoning of, well, I'm not, like, I'm saving myself time, right? But it's, come on, dude. It takes like 30 seconds. Just put the shopping cart away. It's not that big of a fucking deal. What are you gonna do with that extra 30 seconds? You're gonna go home and fucking, I can't even think of something you could do in 30 seconds. What do you do with 30 seconds more in your day? And how often do you go to the grocery store? Maybe, let's say, once a week. So you're saving yourself, let's extrapolate it out. Once a week, so 4 times a month. So say you put away a shopping cart 4 times a month for a year. No, 52 times. Let's say 52 times. There's 52 times in a week. You're putting away the shopping cart 4 times a month. Wait, no, 4 times a month doesn't fucking matter. 52 total times. How much time are you saving? Say it takes 30 seconds, which is, to be fair, that's probably on the higher end. I don't know where you're shopping where they're making you walk 30 seconds. Park better. Honestly, just park better, you idiot. Park yourself in a better position. But if you're saving yourself 30 seconds, so you're saving yourself what? Essentially, you're saving yourself 26 minutes. What are you gonna do with an extra 26 minutes a year? Is this the sort of time that you're gonna use to start your startup and become a multi-billionaire tycoon mogul? No, I don't think so. If you are, yo, cut me in, dude. What the hell? But more realistically, what are you gonna do with an extra 26 minutes? I don't know, probably watch like The Office episode 36 season. How many episodes are in a season? I have no idea. I've never watched The Office. Rewatch another episode of the fucking Office? I don't know, man. All I'm saying is we waste a lot of time in our lives doing meaningless things. And people don't have the goddamn common courtesy to return a fucking shopping cart. It's ridiculous. It's actually so absurd to me. I never understand it. Like, the only possible explanation I could even accept is like, oh, well, I have some sort of a, like, physical handicap that makes it so that I can't return the shopping cart, right? In that case, though, you're probably in one of those motorized scooters, and that's a whole different bag of worms. I don't know anything about motorized scooters. This isn't about that. This is about something else. Get out of here, motorized scooter faction. You're not invited. Yeah, that was my experience at the grocery store today. Just I see these shopping carts, dude. I see them everywhere, and I'm just like, what is going on here? What happened? I guess it's the same sort of carelessness that leads you to go out in public in the middle of a pandemic without a mask, huh? Although, you know, I can respect if you're going out, you gotta go to the store and there's no way for you to get masks, right? But I highly doubt that these people did not have access to masks. I can understand not wanting to wear them though. I guess it restricts breathing. It's not great, but you know, you gotta. I mean, clearly you don't gotta, but like you should. Other than that though, not much today. Other than the old grocery store. That's basically it. It's closing in on 8 p.m. It was a decently long trip because it was pretty crowded, right? It was probably about 2 hours. But had to be done. And I'm not a morning person, so I'm not going tomorrow morning. I just want to get it over with, basically. Doesn't really make a difference to me when you go. You're gonna run into the same sort of weirdos no matter when you go, I feel like. Thankfully it wasn't a Walmart. Walmart, you run into the real... You know. You've probably been to a Walmart before. You know what you see in Walmart. Ugh. What a place. The sort of place that I'd love to just go and sit in and people watch, because I love people watching. But I would never actually want to, like... I don't know, I did apply to work at a Walmart. They have a pretty rigorous testing protocol. I had to take like a 60-point entrance quiz. And, you know, silly me. Here I was thinking that these answers were going to be like, okay, now explain your answer. No, it was just a bunch of multiple choice questions that were like, hey, how do you deal with this situation? And I answered like, yeah, this is how I would deal with this situation. However, the situation is kind of unclear. Like in my mind, I was like, yeah, the actual way that I would answer this situation is not really here. But this is the closest answer, and I can just like explain that, I suppose. Holy shit, he just wiped all those ducks. What a great boss. Yeah, oh my god, I'm going to die. Hang on, I gotta figure out how we don't die to this fucker. I guess I just play Duck Guard Steel until he breaks all my houses here. And ideally we dodge the... like, ideally they're alternating so they don't all die. Ideally. And I guess we just try to repair. Yeah, we're gonna live, it's just gross. Definitely would have died if this wasn't a steel combo, but you know, what can you do? That's Weasel Captain for you. Literally takes an entire, like, five Duckling Riders with 80 to 90 health, one shot. Gone. 0 Duckling Riders, no health. But no, I followed the... I made a classic mistake, right? I answered all of the questions honestly. I didn't lie in any capacity on this. Like, what would you do in this situation? Like, oh, when you like a great example of this is one of your coworkers is having a tough time not following protocol. What would you do in this situation? And I would be like, nothing. That's not my job. And my answer to that question was no. I wouldn't. I would not do anything to help them. I would make like yeah, no, nothing. I would do nothing in this situation. And I imagine that a lot of answers like that put me into the, oh, you're not Walmart material, mister. Which, you know what? Honestly, good. Enjoy being overworked, Walmart. Hope you enjoy not having. I mean, probably plenty of people. Yeah. I'm not gonna pretend like they need me. Walmart's not missing out on anything. I'm sure plenty of people are applying. But you know. The craziest thing to me, though, about it is, like, I did not pass this test. I did not give them the answers they wanted, and I'm locked out from trying to apply again for, like, a full year. I'm like, holy shit. That's hardcore, Walmart. What the fuck? But no, what can I say? Like, honestly, what can I even say? Oh shit, I fucked up my steal. That's what I can say. No worries though. We didn't get punished this time, thankfully. We have Banneret guards with Sentry here. We're looking... This run's pretty well over. Right, Weasel Captain there was the only possible defeat. However, in killing off all of my Duckling Riders, he just freed up enough population. We're at a good population number. We're gonna cruise. But yeah. That's what I've been up to today. What have you been up to today? You know, you can tell me, and I'll answer how I would most likely answer, which is with a, oh really, please tell me more, or, you know, something to that effect. It's not that I'm disingenuous or trying to tell you that I don't care, it's more of just that I mostly just, when someone tells me about their day, try to find something to ask them about with their day and pose a question to continue the conversation. I don't think I want any of this. So, you know, you tell me like, oh, it was pretty good. I went to the dog park, right? I took my dogs for a walk. This is an example of what you may have done today. Also, I just blew your mind if you actually took your dogs to a dog park today and you said that out loud, which I, you know, hope you didn't. But if you are, like, hell yeah, dude, feel free to answer out loud as if we're having a real conversation right now. Even though I am unable to hear you, I can still pretend. But say you said that you took your dogs to a dog park today, then I could follow up with a, oh yeah, how was that? How's the weather? Or I could also question, were there many people at the dog park? Did you see many people there? Or, if I didn't, you know, if I don't know what kind of dog, then I could pose the question of what kind of dog do you have. If I do know what kind of dog you have, I could then just be like, oh hey, how's your dog? My friend's dog is named Major. So I could be like, oh hey, how's Major? For example. And this is how I approach conversation with people. Welcome to a day in the life. Having a conversation about conversation. Up next, we'll have a conversation about having a conversation about having a conversation about the weather. How's the weather today? Fuck, dude. Wet. Kinda. Yeah, mostly just wet. Rainy. Like, it rained yesterday. It's like sunny, but it rained yesterday, so it's humid and just gross. Like, it's the kind of weather where I'm sitting here feeling like, oh, my foot's on my chair and it's like just a little stuck, you know? It's just like not much, but like it's that kind of weather. You know, the humidity, the grossness. You feel the worst kind of weather. This is like, ugh. I prefer good weather. But no, how was your trip to the dog park? Please tell me more. Oh yeah. You see, this is a continuing the hypothetical here. If you did go to a dog park, if you did go to a dog park, what the fuck? I'm a brain genius. What are the odds that someone watching this went to a dog park today? I mean, the odds are somewhere between 0 and 100% chances. This is one of those things that's very hard to quantify because I guess I would need to first get data on how many people go to dog parks every day and then compare that data to how many people watch these videos on average and find myself an answer that lies somewhere in that, which is hard to do, I would say. This episode kind of flew by, I gotta tell you. Where did the time go? I'm not even sure. But, like, this is a good episode for me. Like, for me personally, this is a good episode because this is an episode that I would have definitely, like, without a doubt, I would have lost this run earlier. Like, if I had done this run previously, like, prior to... Oops, I accidentally clicked off the game, my mistake. If I had done this run previously, I would have definitely lost it. Like, no doubt in my mind, there is no chance that I survive that Purificate event. But I've had to lose that to that Purificate enough times to recognize that there are times where you have to take the burn lose population. And I now understand the times, right? Do you still lose cards during that, I wonder? Did I didn't refresh. I doubt there's anything you're gonna offer me here. I really should have taken a wall. We're actually almost out of space here. But it's too late for that. We're good. The Duckling Rider, like picking up, I got very lucky. If there wasn't a Duckling Rider in that first chapter, we were definitely going to die. I was way too far behind. But one duck with +3 attack that early in the game was able to keep us in it here. And we are gonna cruise right on through, I believe, here. Unforgiven Rat. I don't think so. Pretty sure that's a League of Legends reference. Unforgiven Rat. Yasuo the Unforgiven one, he's also a samurai. Could just be a coincidence, for sure. However, I believe that is a League of Legends reference. Wouldn't surprise me, League is pretty big in Korea, and the devs of this game are from Korea. I imagine they're from South Korea. However, no, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm like 95% sure that the people who developed this game are from South Korea. However, I do not know for sure. Nor do I know for certain. Look at our ducks go. Just two shoe markets is all you need to run them over here. Let's go ahead. Let's just put down a bunch of banners. I'm just gonna put down banner duck, I think. What do you got for me today? I don't know if I even have a space for this house. Do I have a space for this house? I do. This is the final space in my city. I'll take the engineer here. Sure. Okay, I'm actually gonna put down banner guards. Surprise. We'll go up to 10 banners, and however many I can do in guards and guards. Oh, we got this. So we can get, you know, it doesn't matter that much. This is just me being picky. Picky? Not necessarily picky. This is just me playing cards for the hell of it, right? If I walked away from the computer, I would probably win this game. Not necessarily, because they will whittle away the ducks. However, I don't think that they're going to do enough damage to my boys by the time that the boss wave arrives. I think we're gonna kind of sit pretty here. I'm just gonna fire off the next wave. So it's interesting too, because I am making like just enough gold to not die. Like I'm at an equilibrium. 25 tax, and the bounty. I'm not having to play experiments. I'm not having to do anything. I'm just kind of chilling here. Like and the reason I'm not having to spend much money here is of course because Duckling Rider is probably the most survivable unit in this game, especially with 153 health. And we can move everyone over here because we have double shoe market. We can get the whole gang here. Hell yeah, boys. But yeah, we're passively making enough money to survive. And a solid, like a pretty solid run, I must say. A run that very easily could have ended in terrible pain and suffering that was kept alive from one armory, some ducks, and a decent decision on my end to not throw the runaway and take the plague rats. Oof. That's the sound of 6 ducks dying in one round. That's an interesting sound. Hey, he stole my steel, dude. That's interesting. He stole my steel midway through me playing it, which caused the draw to happen, but only on the one card that made it. Hey, look at that. Thanks for watching. We did it. I made it. I'm not gonna hit you with a goodbye right now because I want to take it back and just take a look at if we're on any sort of a win streak. I'll do that at the start of next episode, actually. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.